pcSHOWme, Ivan Miller.
Man, that's a long time ago,
So
man.
it was 20 years since
Right,
we've known each other.
right, man. That's crazy. Before the domain was built.
That's wild. Yeah.
Who can say
Yeah,
that?
I remember those big pine trees.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, man.
Hey, Trailblazers. I'm Jim. Welcome to pcSHOWme. I have a special guest here. This is Ivan Miller.
Hey, what's going on, folks?
Now, there's a special story. Me and Ivan have known each other almost 20 years.
Yep, long time.
It has been a lot. We worked at the same place. We're both IT professionals as well as artists. Ivan's into everything. He has a magazine. He has a photography company.
Yep.
Ivan Miller Photography. He does music. He's been a singer.
Yeah, I used to sing in a band. I've done stage plays at the Paramount Theater. I've done a lot, man. I've just done a lot, and I think from just being in Austin and getting to the whole vibe of the music and everything, this is just what we do as artists. Yeah.
Okay. So did you always do music, or?
Yeah, started in church, of course, singing in the choir and everything. And then when I was in the Army, we actually had a little doo-wop group.
Okay, right.
When I was in the Army. And when I was at Fort Lee, Virginia, I'll never forget, man, we had so much fun doing that. And then got out the military, sung in the choir here. And then I auditioned for this play called Precious Lord. It was a gospel play, the story of Charles Darcy, the founder of gospel music.
Okay.
And we, practiced for a long time singing. I was in a play with known singers in Austin, like Jackie Cross, Judy Arnold, and we performed at the Paramount Theater. And we performed in San Antonio at the Convention Center and stuff like that. But it was real cool. And I was in another stage play called Crowns. Yeah, and that was another gospel play I was in. So
okay, cool.
Pretty cool.
You're very active in your church.
I do the photography, and then I do security for the church. Make sure everything is all good. But I love my church, man. Me and my wife, we're so devoted. So we're having, instead of Halloween, we call it Hallelujah Night. And we do something big for all the kids and everything. So we're like building these sets, like with different themes,
Right.
So I was at the church last night, painting, hey, the sets and stuff. We're going to be there again tonight. But we God first, everything else second. So
right, absolutely,
Yeah,
totally
man.
cool.
Yeah.
So you're also a writer.
Yep, I wrote poetry. You have my book.
Yeah, that's
I saw my book.
So I finished reading that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, Night Dreams and Day Mirrors. Man, I was going through a lot with this book when I wrote this book, man. But thank God for Deliverance. But yeah, man, I actually had a book signing at Barnes and Noble's, and that was incredible because that night I sold everything I had.
Okay.
Like that night.
Wow.
And stuff. And I got some more. I had ordered some more after that, and I still got some, that I sell. Like when you bought this one at the gallery.
Yeah, dude, I love
store.
that when I read it, and it's multifaceted. I mean, there's so many levels on it.
Yep.
Part of it in the beginning is almost like a proverb, like when it's talking about the cat. About the cat, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, man, that's cool.
Yeah.
But yet there's so much that's real and truth. You can tell it was also lived, right?
Yeah.
And it was like way cool.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your magazine.
Okay, Eclectic Shades magazine. It's funny because before it was called that, it was called Occhio Appello magazine.
Okay.
It means eye appeal in Italian because I just love everything about Italy.
Okay,
But that's how I started the magazine, and we've been on KView. Was it KView? No, KXAN. One of those TV shows they had us on talking about the magazine and stuff. That was really cool. And put on like major fashion shows, huge fashion shows. I'm talking
Mhm.
about 500 plus people, like
Wow.
huge.
That is
And
big.
yeah, I done that. This was like all before COVID. And then things kind of died down, after COVID. But then people had a hard time pronouncing Okiopello magazine. So I changed the name to Eclectic Shades Magazine.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and it's still going. I haven't really like, cause I've been doing so many other things as far as like doing a lot of street photography, shooting black and whites, and man, that's been going great. It's been
Yeah.
going great.
Yeah.
But my whole goal is to do like traveling galleries. Yeah, like I've been talking to some people like up in New York and stuff, and I want to go up there, do a show, and just different places and stuff. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I love your black and white photography.
thanks,
I
man.
did that photo when I read your book and I
Hmm.
made that post. I
Uh-huh.
made that photo in the black and white style. I thought you would like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I really appreciate the support and stuff,
But I
man.
really do like all your stuff. I mean, and that's one thing. I mean, I remember back when we first met, like I said, almost 20 years ago.
Hmm.
And it's like right away, there was just something, there was a connection,
Yep,
and I
yeah,
just
man.
knew there was something special about you, and I didn't know that we were both,
Yeah,
artists on the
artists, yeah.
side, or
Hmm.
whatever. I just
Yeah,
knew that, I mean, there's something that kept drawing us together,
yeah, yeah. Been on the state contract for over 20 years, man.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah,
wild,
yeah,
huh?
long, long time when you think about it. Check this. Y'all are gonna trip. I've been on the contract before the domain was built. Remember?
Wow, yeah,
Remember we
right.
was
I
in the
remember,
old.
yeah. We got through the IBM.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a long time ago,
So
man.
it was 20 years since we've
Right,
known each
right,
other.
right, man. That's crazy. Before the domain was
Yeah,
built.
that's wild.
Who,
Yeah,
who can say
yeah. I
that?
remember those big pine trees.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
yeah, man.
It was like a king's castle or something.
Yeah. That is crazy.
Yeah.
I must shoot. I got here in Austin in what, 92 then.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh,
Long time.
yeah,
Long time
yeah,
ago.
definitely.
Yeah.
You're only 1 year older than me, so
Yeah, I turned 61, man.
yeah.
People are like, man, I can't believe you're 61,
Yeah,
but nah,
I'm
yeah.
turning 60, so
Yeah, yeah,
next
man.
month.
Yeah, yeah. But you showed me your workout thing downstairs.
Yeah.
It's so funny. You have to take care of your body, right?
Right, right.
And the thing it gets me, man, like a lot of friends of mine, a lot of people our age, they don't do that.
Right.
And they start to
Right.
have a lot of problems. I'm diabetic, but I take care of myself so it won't
Okay.
get worse. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. Exactly.
Yeah, like I went to the gym this morning and stuff, worked out. It had been like 3 weeks because I had, hurt my shoulder,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I kind of took it easy today, but it felt good. So, I
Well,
mean,
I know that's a passion of yours. I mean, I always see, I mean, your workout pictures and,
yeah.
talking about and stuff you're doing, and
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
like,
man.
wow,
Just,
man.
just trying to inspire people, man.
Yeah, it
But
works.
you know what inspired me though? I used to go to Gold's Gym, and
Mm-hmm.
one time I was just in there, working out, and I seen this old guy comes in with a suit, this old Asian dude, right? Had on a nice suit and everything. He goes, I guess he goes for the locker room, comes back out. Dude was ripped like Bruce Lee. I was like, what? So I went over there and started talking to him. I was like, man, like, what is he's like, he used to, train and stuff for a long time and to condition his body right and the stuff that he ate. And I got so inspired. Dude was 78 years old. And
Wow.
I was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
inspired me to like get on I was like, man, I gotta start doing
Right.
something. But it was amazing, man. And it just kind of showed me, you can always, better yourself,
You can. You
And
can.
plus, for us looking at it a different way, this is the temple of the Holy Spirit, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
we got to take care of our temple. And a lot of people don't see it that way, but,
Yeah.
those who are in Christ, we see it that way. It's like, gotta take
Yeah.
care.
So What are you doing mostly these days? Do you work on like the
The
magazine
magazine,
more, or the photography more, or the
uh,
music, or the writing, or a mix?
the photography more.
Okay,
The
photography more.
photography more. Yeah, street photography and like landscapes. Like I went out to Lake Pflugerville and I captured some beautiful landscape stuff,
Mm-hmm.
man. And so the way my eye sees things is from a different perspective, right? And man, I can't wait to print those pictures out. You
Your
know,
pictures are fantastic.
thanks,
I
man.
love your
Thank. I
photography. I
got
mean, your
some.
street photography, your
Hmm.
scenic photography. I mean, it's so expressive. I mean,
Thanks,
even
man.
the black and white ones, the color ones, everything. I
But
mean, it's
you,
just
but you know, I like to study like old school photographers,
okay.
like Van Ho, Asian street photographer, just Richard Avedon. Oh, these guys, man, wow! You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Yeah, man, the stuff they were doing back in those days with a film camera.
Yeah.
You know, it's all digital now, but I was like, man. So I've been kind of like studying their work. Peter and David Turnley. Uh, I got introduced to him to a friend of mine named Deborah Cole, who is an incredible street photographer
Mm-hmm.
here in Austin, but she's between here and Mexico, right? She has a place in Mexico. And she
Okay.
turned me on to Peter, and I messaged him, and he was like, I dare you to shoot black and white for a whole year. And I'm like, okay, I'll do that. And I'm like, hey, who is this guy? Peter and David Turnley won the Nobel Peace Prize in photography.
Wow.
Yes,
Oh, wow.
those guys, right? And I was like, whoa, I'm listening to this guy and and
Yeah.
check out his work and study his art. And yeah, it's amazing, man. Once you really get locked in.
I didn't always think this way, but now it's like I'm realizing a lot of times the black and white photography or videos are even more expressive.
Yeah,
Because, I mean, even like in film, right? When it gets,
yeah.
I love to watch older
But
movies.
man, bro, that's what I man, come on.
Yeah.
Like for me, I was the odd kid in school. I always looked at foreign films
Okay.
growing up,
Right.
like the old black and white
Right.
ones. One of my favorite ones is Little Women with Sophia Loren.
Mm-hmm.
It was,
Right.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing movie,
Yeah.
amazing movie. And yeah, man, so stuff like that and Ansel Adams,
Okay.
his work, wow,
Yeah.
wow, So
Right.
yeah, I have a lot of good uh, teachers, who have passed and gone, but you can just see through their work,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of like passes the torch.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
it's cool stuff, man.
What are some of the big events that you got coming up? Do you got, some
Oh,
big events coming up
yep,
or?
real big one, November 21st. I got contacted by some people in Los Angeles. This lady named Sita. Sita and Kelly, there's going to be this Native American fashion show.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming to Austin, and they asked me to help, coordinate it with them and
Oh, wow.
stuff. And so Sita sent me the flyer. I put the flyer out, because we're looking for models, And so I did that, and now I'm getting like emails from possible models for the show and stuff. So when Sita and Kelly get here, we're gonna have a casting call, to where we invite all the models who sent their applications in, because
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna get paid and everything, and get them to like walk the runway and stuff like
Okay.
that,
Right.
man,
Right.
and and get ready for this show. But I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
Loves always been into fashion as a little kid. It's so funny because I can hoop on you in basketball, but then I can like check out fashion styles. Back then, how it was like back in the '80s. You had like the Adidas sweatsuits,
Right. Right. Right.
right,
Right.
with the
Right.
Kangos and all this
Right.
stuff and everything. But
Yeah.
but yeah, man, fashion. Dapper Dan from New York, he just took fashion to a whole nother level. as far as like, like Street Kids and stuff, man, like just amazing stuff. And now, I used to watch that show, Style with Elsa Clinch used to come on CNN, watching the runway models and stuff like that. And that's
Hmm.
what got me, also into fashion photography. I go to New York Fashion Week. I've been there a couple of times, going again probably in February. I got invited to Paris with this group, Solo Fashion.
Oh, wow.
So I got a lot going on, man. And but like I said, God first, man. And, make sure, pay your tithes and offering, this and
Right.
that. And,
Well,
yeah.
I think it's really cool what you guys doing in your life and what's happening, because it's like we've reached a point in our artistic, you know,
Hmm.
life where it's actually taking a solid form right as we're coming up to retirement. I mean,
Right.
I'm
Exactly.
60, you're
I know.
61, and it's
You're
just like,
right.
wow,
Like, why didn't we, that's funny. That's real funny you mentioned that because, I guess God is like, we wasn't ready back then.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
probably a little wild or something, wouldn't know. Cause you look at some of these youngsters now and they can't handle fame at all, man.
Right.
They get caught out there, get killed and all this stuff. But, you know, to enjoy it at this age is amazing.
Right.
You know what I'm
Well, I
saying?
mean, and now it's like not even about us. I mean,
Right, exactly.
I don't even think about
Right.
that. It's just
Yeah,
like
it's just
trying to help
but
people
yeah,
and
exactly, man. Just using our art as a vessel, right?
right,
To
right,
bring people
right,
together.
like we were talking about. It's not even the music; it's the message
Message
in the
in the
music,
music.
right? That we're trying to,
Exactly.
and I
Yeah,
understand with the
man.
art, right? The story behind the
Behind the
art.
art. Yep.
It's like we love the music and we love the art, but we
But
use
use it
that to
right.
convey the
Convey.
story.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
That's it. That's why we talked about black and white. It shows more emotion to me. It's just
Right.
it's like that, man. So yeah.
Been a fun ride,
Yeah,
and it's only
man.
getting better,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It's just, how people say like, when I retire, but you don't really retire when you think about it. You always
Nah,
want to keep, you know, like even serving God, that don't end. You,
right.
you know what I'm saying? At this age, you become real thankful.
Yeah,
Just
definitely.
just to like wake up, man. I'd be like, man, I made it. When I turned
Right,
61, I was like, what? I remember when I was a little
right,
kid, I used to say, I'll never forget. I used to say, man, in the year 2000, I'm gonna be 35. I never, that's I used, and now
right,
we're past that part now.
right,
You thought there was gonna be flying cars like the Jetsons and
right,
everything.
right. Yeah, yeah, it's like wild, I never even imagined it
Hmm. Yeah,
going here.
but
Yeah.
uh, but what got me into photography too was my best friend, Derek Brown, man.
Hmm.
A long time ago, he started off, he was shooting, all these models and stuff, video
Okay.
models and everything, and he called me one day because I had met him. I used to do spoken word poetry. I used to perform and everything, and so he had came to a poetry reading, and he was taking pictures of the poets and stuff, and he's like, "Man, where you from?" I said, "North Carolina." He said, "Me too." So we became real good friends, and he basically taught me everything I knew about photography.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
And he would call me up. He's like, "Yo, man, let's go shoot, man. I got these models, blah blah blah, and everything." We go shoot. And D, he passed about maybe it's been about 6 months ago.
Hmm.
And man, that hit hard, man. Like this was like one of my best friends, man.
Right, right.
And he had a seizure, and it was hard,
That's
man.
a rough.
Yeah, it was hard. But
Sorry.
you just gotta pray that everything was,
Right,
good, of
right.
course. And then I have my other my best friend, Paul Rancière, PJ.
Mm-hmm.
He was here. We just hung out the other day, but he lives in North Carolina. Man, I've been knowing him since third grade. We
Wow.
went to St. Eugene's
Wow,
Catholic
that's
school
incredible.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And he came down the other day. We was just hanging out because his son lives here, lives in Georgetown.
Mm-hmm.
So he flew down and went out there. Man, it's just good to, you know, see your friends from your growing up,
Right, right.
and they're still around and they're still prevalent, and stuff, like you, Jim. You know what I'm saying? Like we long time, man, we've been knowing each other, man.
Oh,
And
yeah. Remember that about, a few years ago? I think it was after COVID, but we weren't wearing masks or anything. And
mhm.
I saw you, it was right before you moved to Hutto, and I was coming home
Yeah,
from
yeah,
the
you was
store, and
coming
I
down the
saw
street.
you,
Yeah, you
and
jumped
I
out the
stopped
car.
the car, and I got out, I gave you a hug. I was like, oh, man. I was like, hey, man, what?
You know what I used to miss though about working at the command center when they had like the holiday parties, they
Oh,
had like
yeah,
the
yeah,
food
yeah.
laid out and everything.
Right.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But nah,
It
they
was.
don't do that no more
Oh. Yeah.
though. But yeah, man, it's been a ride.
Right.
It's been a
Yeah.
ride,
Yeah.
and I'm just looking forward to what's next.
Yeah.
You know,
It's changing so fast,
so
bro.
fast,
I
man.
mean, we
All
were talking
this.
about black and white photos. I was
Uh-huh.
thinking, when you and I grew up, we only had
Had
black
black
and
and
white
white photos.
TV,
Right,
right?
right,
Yeah,
right.
that's it.
That's why. Yeah, it ain't no thing to us, man. Like if the network, if they just, well, they do. Like I like to watch the what's that channel? Classic.
Yeah, Nickelodeon or
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Right, right.
yeah,
The old,
yeah.
yeah.
And they show all the
Lucy
yeah,
and
yeah, all the old westerns
yeah,
and stuff.
Western.
You can tell me I wasn't a rifleman when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Chuck
Oh, yeah.
Connors.
Right. Right. The old Superman.
Yeah, all those shows, man, and I don't know, black and white to me, like even like when I was down with my knee surgery, when I had a knee replacement, I was at home and I told my wife, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna look at some old black and white movies.
Yeah.
Man, I looked at Twilight Zone.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I love
Man,
the Twilight
I
Zone.
love Twilight
Right.
Zone. I was just sitting there like, man, cause me and my man. So I'm people don't realize I'm part Cherokee.
Okay.
My grandmother's Cherokee, my mom's half. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
And so yeah, my cousin Jerry, she told me that we're actually on the registry.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
And so me and my grandmother, we used to watch Perry Mason and in Twilight Zone drinking. And I've been drinking coffee ever since I was around about 3 or 4 years old. And we used to sit there and drink our coffee and watch, just sit on the floor. She'd be sitting in a rocking chair and we just be sitting there watching these
wow.
shows, man. I'll never forget that picture, man.
Yeah.
And stuff like that stays with you, man. And you just appreciate those times.
Exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. And then when we see this stuff, it's unbelievable. I mean, we've seen more change in our lifetime, this generation,
Right.
than any
Than
other
any other
generation has.
generation, man. Like,
Right.
you know what? Remember the iPod things, right?
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
hold the music on and
Right.
stuff, right? And now, like a phone. Oh my God!
Right, right.
You can hold like 1 trillion songs on your phone and movies. You can. I'm
Exactly.
like, what in the
Right.
world?
It's
So I'm
like-
kind of tripped. Like I have an Xbox at home, right?
Mhm.
And the games, why? I'm just blown. I can't even, I don't know. Now these kids, they.
Oh,
but
I know.
Like
I
me and my
know.
wife play Halo, right? And it's
Right.
like one of them shoot.
Right.
But stuff like that, man, it's so much fun because we didn't have that growing up. We had an old Atari, with the little one thing, bing, bing.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's what we had. Right, first the little pub
Right.
game, and then it had like 4 things, like tennis, hockey.
Yeah, and the
squash,
shoot the ducks.
one
Remember
other
the one when you
practice,
said,
right?
But now, oh my God, man, it's
Yeah.
and we got the virtual glasses now.
Right.
Wow, It's Chris. Yeah, we've
Yeah,
seen some changes, man,
yeah.
over the years.
You know, they got mixed reality where you can actually wear the glasses and you see the stuff
Right,
overlaid
right,
in your
yeah,
face, you know?
yeah. You know what? I have a record player at home with albums.
Oh,
A
wow.
real rap. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I still play it just for the nostalgia sound. You know.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I love my record player, man. But remember encyclopedias?
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Right?
Your parents always had those encyclopedias.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now everything's on, Chat GBT, blah blah blah.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
everything's streaming. It's just like
It is.
everything's pretty much at your fingertips
Tips,
these
right?
days.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Then it's also a bad thing.
Right, right. I
Yeah,
mean, I think part of the discipline that we learned in waiting for things and wanting,
yeah.
anticipating
Hmm.
them or having to work for, or even, staying on the phone for 2 hours to get through to the radio station to see if we could win the concert ticket.
Right,
You
yeah,
know,
right,
it's like,
right, man.
right.
I remember.
Dubbing cassettes one to another,
Right,
to make
yeah.
our own little multi-track system.
Yeah, yeah. See, I remember 8 tracks, man.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I remember my favorite 8 track back then was the Spinners.
Okay. Right, right.
That's funny, man. I
Yeah.
used to have this portable 8 track called a loudmouth. Li-
Okay, is that the
The one,
one that's square edge?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right, right. Okay.
I used to have that,
Yeah.
and then you remember the Sony Walkmans,
Right, right. That came on not too much later, and
Yeah,
then that was
yeah.
the end of 8 tracks. They just
Yeah,
like,
man. You had the cassettes, but then you had to roll them up when they get
yeah.
all.
But you couldn't even do with that with the 8 tracks. I mean, the 8 tracks, it was like,
Right,
okay,
yeah, I used to throw it
yeah.
away. Yeah, man, it was. I don't know. This generation, man, they missed. I don't know. They just missed out on so much, man.
Yeah,
Like even the music back then. Like, come on, man.
right.
70s, some 60s. All that music was there. There was no cursing or nothing at
Yeah.
all. It was just like serious songwriters.
I noticed that a lot of the younger generation is listening to the
The
older
old stuff
70s and
now,
80s
yeah.
music.
I taught my daughters about 70s music when they was young. Now I can play Carly Simon. They know what song, I mean everything. Because I
Okay,
taught them when they
cool.
was young,
Yeah,
right?
right.
And like all that music, man, all of that
That's
music
gold,
was
yeah.
golden, man. Like it never goes old. Like you get hits today, they come and go, and stuff. But that music right there,
Right, right.
it can last a lifetime,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Yep. Hmm.
Wow. Yeah, we've seen a lot, my friend.
Yeah, man.
But we'll see a lot more.
I know, right? This sounded funny because we're sounding like our grandparents.
Well, except they were talking about what
I
medications
know,
are.
right?
I like that better.
Yep. Yep.
Is there anything people can go to and see?
Yeah,
Or
this fashion show, the Native American fashion show is going to be November 21st. Uh, they're still working on the location and stuff, but it's going to be a big deal. It's going to be a really big deal, but it's going to be here in Austin.
okay, and
So,
so it'll be on your Facebook
yeah,
pages
everything will be
and
on Facebook, Instagram. Um, Instagram is Ivan Miller _ photography. Facebook, Ivan Miller
okay,
Photography, or just Ivan Miller. You
okay.
can just Google my name. You see all kind of stuff
Yeah,
show up.
I'll put your links in the description in
Okay.
the video.
Hmm.
So,
But yeah,
uh,
man, that's it, man. We just keep rolling with the punches.
well, thank you so much, dude. This was incredible. I mean, the interview was great, but just hooking up with you
Yeah,
again, just on a
man.
personal
Yeah,
basis,
man. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you never disappoint. I always have
Thanks,
such a great
Jim.
time with you,
Yeah,
just
man.
talking to you.
Man,
Yeah,
give it here, bro.
yeah.
Thank you,
All
Jim.
right,
Yep.
thank you.
pcSHOWme.